Hi, I'm Drea and welcome to Vermilion Lane. Today we are making the absolute perfect spring and summer party treat. It's individual sized cheesecakes, and rather than your typical New York style cheesecake, it's going to be velvety and lovely and all of that, but ours are going to be lemon scented, and we're going to have a nice thick layer of lemon curd on top that's going to be dotted with delicious little bites of candied ginger. It's so refreshing, and it's a nice, kind of twist on your traditional cheesecake flavors. And so your guests are going to absolutely love them. And the best part is, because they are in little individual sized cups, you won't get too crazy calorie wise if you stick to just one or two. Let's get started. So we're going to start with our super softened cream cheese, and I cannot impress upon you enough how important it is to make sure that your cream cheese is perfectly softened, because we don't want any lumps and bumps in our cheesecake cups. I'm going to mix these on medium-low just until it's nice and fluffy. So we're going to add in just 1 cup of granulated sugar and then juice of half a lemon. We're just scenting our cheesecake here with lemon because remember, we're going to get a burst of lemon and ginger flavor in that delicious curd that's going to go on top. Back again, add medium-low speed. So my eggs are nicely room temperature, and I'm going to add them in one at a time on medium here, just until everything is really light and super fluffy. Now it's time to get things going with our paper cups and our vanilla wafers. No need to go for any particular name brand with those cookies, by the way. The important thing is that you've got a mildly flavored cookie that's going to essentially take up the circumference of our paper baking cups. So my cookie is going to act as my crust. Just simply drop it down, flat side down, into the bottom of my little cupcake. Okay, how cute is that? So if you've cooked with me before, then you know my ice cream scoop and we go way back. I use it for just about everything, and I seriously, I kid you not, I have a whole host of them. I don't play favorites, but this is my trusty one for cupcakes and cheesecakes and things of that nature. So I'm going to fill it up about, I'd say 2/3 full. And it's going to be absolutely the perfect proportion for my cheesecakes. So we are going to have a generous amount for 12 cupcake size cheesecakes. Now we're not going all the way to the rim though, because while I want to be generous, I can't forget about the fact that we are going to be making lemon curd together in just a little bit. And we want to make sure that there's plenty of room for that on top. Oh my gosh, that was like absolute perfection. So I'm going to pop this into the oven, and in just a little bit, of course the phone would ring. Like, why wouldn't the phone ring? My phone never rings when the kids are at school, but of course the phone would ring right now. So I'm going to get it, pop these in the oven, and I'll see you back here in just a second. Hi, Mom. You're on my video. So I am going to go in with half a cup of lemon juice, a heaping cup of granulated sugar, and then 4 eggs. That's the base of my custard, which is essentially what lemon zest is. I really like it to have a smooth, velvety texture, so when we are finished with our double boiler and whipping up our zest, we are going to add little tiny pats of butter in there, whip that all together until it's smooth and delicious and glisteningly good. Alrighty, so let's get started. So I'm going to start first by breaking up my egg yolks. Remember, I've got 4 eggs here. Once they're broken up, I'm going to whisk in my sugar. Once again, that is a heaping cup of sugar. That's going to make for just a really thick, eggy mixture. Finally, my half a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. So my water is simmering on medium-high heat, and I'm essentially making a double boiler here where I create my custard by stirring constantly. That's really important. And I'm really a stickler about not getting any lumps, so I like to move around my bowl here just to make sure I'm getting every nook and cranny of those eggs. Because the most important thing is we don't want those eggs to curdle on us, which basically means we don't want them to start cooking and scramble up. This process lasts about 10 minutes. And you'll know when it's done because you're going to have a really beautiful smooth consistency. A lot like a béarnaise. But if you want to be super sure, just pull out the old candy thermometer and make sure that you've got it to the perfect temp of 170 degrees. I'm going to take a little bit of butter, drop it in just a half a pat at a time, and that's going to create a really beautiful sheen on our lemon curd. Just enough to smooth everything out. The most important thing that you must keep in mind when making a lemon zest, and that is plastic wrap. You've got to tuck your plastic wrap deep down into your zest, making sure that you make contact with it. And we're going to do that so that we don't get that wicked little film that likes to live at the top of lemon zest. It's just rather unsightly, and it makes pouring your zest rather cumbersome as well. So this will go into the fridge for an hour. So at this point, you know me, I found another way to use an ice cream scoop. This time I'm using my cookie ice cream scoop because it's the perfect tablespoon size to pop in my delicious, luscious lemon curd right in that little cheesecake well that's in the top of each of my cheesecakes. And this way they're each going to turn out just perfectly because I'm using the exact same amount. It's really going to work almost like a filling because we're putting quite a large dollop here. So now it's time for my favorite part, and that's dropping in just a couple little sprinkles of my candied ginger. I hope that you enjoy these just as much as my family and I will. They are just so doggone good. The only challenge is sticking to eating just one. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Google+, and check out vermilionlane.com for this and lots more cooking, crafts, and culture. Bye, guys.